Rachel came to see me for a quantum healing hypnosis session. She was in the Indigenous American tribe where she transcends to a 3D reality. She'll be speaking also on the New Earth parallel dimensional timeline and Earth changes, which is relevant to now. Here's a summary of Rachel's past life regression. When this client came off the cloud, she saw a pristine wooded landscape with pine trees, clearings, a community of cone-like dwellings that were constructed of timber poles and animal skins, and a large central wood fire pit that was alight continually in the centre of the village. She was a healthy woman, was partnered with a man and a young child. Over the course of 45 minutes, it was established that this community of Native American Indians were a very peaceful race of people who were living life before the influence of white civilization and marginally kept to themselves. They mostly distanced themselves from other communities and were all involved in working with and directing light energy. Their primary objective was elevating their own frequency field and communicating with interdimensional beings. Their children were educated in these ways and participated in this also, working with energy. There was one central community dwelling that was utilized for the purpose of light work by the occupants of the village. It was found, after lengthy questioning, that they were seventh dimensional intergalactic beings that chose to participate in an experiment of ascension, moving out of their physical bodies together as a collective group on Earth. This is how they describe their ascension out of their bodies. Rachel said, "Oh, we are all around the fire. We are all joining hands together. All of us are joining hands together." This is Peter. "Who do you see around the fire? Anyone that you relate to or is your relation?" "I am standing next to a man I live with. I am standing next to a small child, and we're all holding hands in readiness to leave this physical domain." "How are you going to leave this physical domain?" "We are all holding hands. We are all versed in invocation. We are repeating this invocation over and over. The energies is increasing. We are feeling strange sensations in our body." "What's happening? Tell me about it." "It is as though there is a force moving around and round and round our bodies and within our bodies." "What is it doing to your bodies?" "It is speeding everything up, speeding up. We're not fearful, for we know what this is." "Tell me more about what is happening with this speeding up energy." "It is gaining in momentum. We are repeatedly invocating together. It is a monologue that we have been given from those that we communicate with interdimensionally." "Is this where you are going to? Where are they?" "Yes, we are joining them." "So tell me what's happening to your body." "It is like all the molecules within our body are expanding and quickening." "What does that feel like?" "It feels strange to the sensations that we normally feel, but we know this is part of what we are here to do." "Is it to move away from this physical flesh body?" "Yes." "Tell me more." "As the molecules are quickening and quickening, almost speeding up to a point where we surrender, we let go. So it feels as though our bodies are doing this." Rachel makes a round figure 8 gestures with her hands. "And quickening with each successive turn." "And what are you letting go of?" "Our physical form." "Do you let go of that? Do you leave the physical form, or what? What happens with that?" "That is what we are working toward together as we invoke this invocation. It becomes a mantra that is repeated over and over and over. We get quicker and quicker and quicker." "And what is happening to the physical form?" Now a stronger, more powerful voice comes through at this time. There is a combustion of light. It is like an electrical charge in our bodies, and we are gone. And where have you gone to now? I just see a golden spark. We are all together. There is no fear. And what's happening with the golden spark? Are you in the golden spark? We are it. You are the golden spark? Yes. Is this where the other beings are? We are all still together, and we are following guidance at this point. It sounds like words, but it is not. And is this coming from those interdimensional beings? Yes. What does it feel like to be in this golden spark? Very weightless compared to from where we came. Do you still have a physical form? No, we are a golden spark. What happened to your physical form? We moved out of it. So you're now in this golden spark? Yes. So now that you're in this golden spark, you could look back on that life you were living. And what did you learn from it, that life as a physical being? I'm seeking the right word. Pauses. It is not right to say perseverance. What is appropriate word? So your life in that time was about perseverance? No, that is not the right word. I'm seeking the correct word. Pause again. I do not have the correct word. There was slight frustration at not producing the correct English word to describe that existence. So now that you're in this golden spark, do you just dwell in this golden spark, or is there something else? We are traversing the great void. We are just being. And this is where you spend time, just being. For the moment we do. Does it feel like there is any more information to gather here? We are just waiting. We are acclimatizing from being in a physical body. So you're getting used to being in the golden spark? Yes. And who is there with you now? Is there others? All of them are here. All of the community are here. So all of the community are with you, and you are just a golden light, a golden spark. We are being drawn to a destination. Can you move forward to that destination now? Yes. So just move forward now to this important destination. What is happening? What do you see? We're in a metallic, very large craft. Tell me about this craft. It is all curved, all rounded lines. It is very large, and we are on this craft. Do you take on a form? How do you look on this craft? Yes, we have form. Tell me about that form now. We are elongated. There is a golden hue to us now. We have form, we have features. We all look very similar. And how do you communicate? Through words, not through our mouths, but through our upper structure. And are you familiar with this craft? Oh yes, it is where we come from. Do you have some sort of role on this craft? How do you spend your time on this craft? Rachel emphasized this. We think you are missing the essence of what has occurred here. This was a very powerful direct voice. So we all have agreed to be a part of the experimentation on Earth. It could be called to transcend out of the physical form, returning to our innate form. We are seventh dimensional beings that had agreed to partake in this experiment, as it is about to occur on Earth in this present moment. So you've done this before? No, this is the first time. Yes, and was there a purpose for doing this as a first time for moving out of the physical back into the innate self? Yes, to experience the disentanglement from the physical form into the unified field from where we came. And from where was it that you came? We are seventh dimensional intergalactic beings that traverse the galaxies. Do you always stay on this craft? Yes. And you go from different galaxies to galaxies? Yes. Is this what you do to assist in this way? Yes, we do. So from moving from a physical form back into the golden hue forms, as you are on the crafts, is this relevant to what is happening now? Yes. Now you're onto it. So there are those on that path to what we call ascension now. Is that important to what is happening now on the earth? Yes, because that is how it will feel for many. This will be like a speeding up of the molecules. Yes, it will accept the physical form is going to be taken. The internal molecular structure will expedite it, will feel somewhat overwhelming if you are not prepared for this. It will feel as though you are being sucked up into a vortex of sorts. For those who have not prepared in any way, that is what they will feel. For those who have prepared, as we did in our physical form, the internal molecular structure will quicken. That was the purpose of that life, to prepare the physical bodies for that transition upward and outward from that physical body. It will appear as though you step in through one door and out through the next. So the preparation you do now is helpful at this time? Oh, it is essential. Is there any guidance that can be given to one who is on this path from moving from one dimension to the next? Yes. And what would that be? To sit in quietude, connecting with your governing body, which is higher than that of the physical form. So your governing body is your essence. Your essence is of the creative force, source. And in doing that, bringing down that creative force through your physical body, directing it out to assist in the ascension, that will be like undergoing very soon. So this ascension process that is going on, when you say very soon, is that not far away for those here now? No, it is most imminent. So we know timelines can be varied with this information of imminent at this level. Yes. So is there a timeline frame at this level that can be used for some sort of measurement or guidance? 2. We see 2. So this could be 2 years, 2 months, 2 weeks, 2 days. Is this significant? Yes. How will it be for those who are connecting in and preparing now and those who are not? Is this going to affect every person on the planet, or is it only going to affect those like this group you were in who will experience this process of going from one dimension to another? No, there are a great many more who aren't aware that will be participating in this, and that will be most shocking to them. There are those such as yourselves that are earnestly collaborating on a high level, that it will appear as though you are walking in through one door and out through the next, as you have acquired the necessary molecular changes to do this with ease. However, there are those who are unawares and unconscious to this process, that will feel this expediation within their bodies, and who be somewhat perturbed by this. And what is likely to happen to those who are perturbed, who aren't ready mentally, physically, consciously through this process? Some will make it, some will not. So will it be that some are just transitioning from their physical bodies back into spirit? Yes. And there will be some interrupts. There are a great many that are on the interdimensional plane, and a great many, how do you put this into words? To understand in a reasonable fashion, there are many trillions of interdimensional beings who are there waiting, who are preparing to assist with this transition. You have billions of people, souls on your planet. That is a momentous role and task to transition such souls from one dimensional reality to another. Of course, not all are going to be present in the joining of this ascension. Is that going to be of their free will as to whether they do that? They haven't the capability, they haven't the understanding, the level of development that is required to elevate themselves up out of a field that they are currently in. They may be so entrenched and so accustomed to that low frequency field that they are not able to lift themselves any higher than where they are. So yes, there will be many left behind to continue on enacting out drama, but there will be many who are choosing. The propulsion of what they are experiencing in their current reality now is pushing them upward. So there will be those that move and there will be those that don't. Yes, basically. Yes. There will be those that will not physically or energetically be capable of moving forward, upward and onward. Will they continue on with their lives as they have been at this level, or will they go somewhere else? Oh no, they will continue what they have always done. Because they don't want to change? No. So there will be those who are choosing to move to this higher place, and those who are not even aware of it or ready for it, that will be moving also. Oh yes, and this is New Earth is so very beautiful. It has been prepared. This new